Fire horse energy is really cooking now. It's really starting to kick in. And what that means currently, that energy is so fast, it is so light. And if you are at that level, and you'll know what I'm talking about right now, because this message is either going to be a forecast, it's going to be a confirmation, or it's going to be a reminder, depending on where you are in this process. But things are coming in quick, and you have to get very good at knowing what is that consciousness source dropping things in, telling you what to do, where to go. These aren't your ideas. This is divine guiding you. And if you listen to that and get good at it, it's always aligning you, right? With the highest timeline. It's going to make things quick. It's going to make things speedy. It makes things instantly manifest. The voice that comes in and immediately doubts that guidance is your mind. It's the mind and ego being like, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, don't bother that person. I don't really feel like doing that. Whatever. It's going to give you a reason not to do that. And so you might talk yourself out of that guidance, even if it's just very mundane. And that's fine. You reset. Now you're going to go down a different timeline, and you'll still have the support. It might be a little rocky, and that's okay. But what I'm saying is, you right now, you can make those decisions very quickly. This split-second decision. And when you start to get the hang of this, it's constantly going to be designing and coordinating your whole day according to the higher timeline when you choose that guidance. But it's very difficult to know what is intuition and what is the mind and what is that source guidance. And that is why you must go through the process of starting to observe the mind, starting to observe those thoughts, starting to see what narrative you have running all the time that you listen to, that you believe, that you invest in, that you build an identity around. This is the process of awakening. When you are launched onto this journey, yes, you think it's about another person, but it's about you. And it's about you shedding all of these layers of that which you are not. And on a vibrational level, this is happening. This is ascension. So, as you do this, you start to build that relationship with the inner self, with your soul. And you start actually following through on that guidance. You start building up that relationship. You start building trust in yourself. Whereas before, you didn't have that. And it was all of the ways you were going against yourself, betraying yourself, second-guessing yourself, going along with something you didn't want to. All of that added up. It made you sluggish. It made you slow down, lowered your vibration. You didn't know that at the time. You just called it life. And that's okay, because you were learning so much at that time. But as soon as you start to wake up, you know that you can't go on like that, and it's not okay anymore. It doesn't feel good. It's no longer going to be about learning those lessons in that way, in that unconscious way. It's going to be about really getting good at identifying what was the thing I was missing. How can I redirect? What is this showing me? And you learn that on this journey, and you have to. That's part of what you're doing. You're learning this through what you perceive as another person, but is really just a mirror reflection of everything that you need to see, both your light and your dark, both your divine and the shadow. And that's beautiful. So right now, those who have been doing that work, that are used to it, can have that access to source dropping in very quickly. And you might not go with that guidance, fine. And if you don't, notice if you talked yourself out of it. And don't judge yourself, just notice. Just notice. Notice the timeline that you're on, and it's fine. You're like, this is where I am right now. But the more you start to really act on it and trust yourself and trust that it's not just some idea that just popped into your mind, that this is actually guidance, and follow through with it, you start to see what happens. You start to see how your day can be completely orchestrated by divine when you trust in that way, on that level. And if you're not there, that's okay. If you have that doubt, that's okay. The point is you are observing this, and you can really start to work with it in this energy and really start to shift in major ways, quantum leaping, when you are trusting, when you're starting to surrender. And then it can just be that stream of consciousness flooding in, guiding you, and you know that you are on the path that is being beautifully laid out before you, one step at a time. That's what you can really do right now. You can really shift in so many ways without even trying, just by trusting. And if you're not at that point yet, that is okay. We're all working in tandem together at the same time at different places. We're all going in the same direction. We're all headed there, okay? And where is it? It's nowhere. It's just shedding to purify yourself to that core nature, that oneness of which you are and always have been. If you need help on how to do this, how to navigate this energy, I've put everything in the Twin Flame course to guide you through it, teach you, give you the tools, explain it on the level of the mind so that you can actually start to let go of all the questioning and really start to step into soul, have those activations, heighten your vibration, and really start to work this journey so you can really implement things very quickly. So you can have that trust, that relationship with self, no longer acted at the wounded aspects, but actually in that sovereign frequency. I am sending you so much love. Enjoy it. Be safe out there.